The Mad Bride.
The village of Umuma had never seen a wedding like this. The air was thick with the scent of fresh hibiscus and spices, and the grand courtyard shimmered under a canopy of golden silk. Adanna, the bride, was a vision in her ivory gown, her braided hair adorned with coral beads that glistened like morning dew. The villagers whispered as she walked gracefully down the aisle, her beauty almost ethereal, her smile bright enough to rival the sun. Beside her stood Ekene, the proud groom, his tall frame draped in the finest agbada money could buy. But just as the priest raised his hand to bless the union, Adanna let out a piercing scream that sent chills through everyone present. Her delicate face twisted into an expression of terror, her eyes darting wildly as if she were seeing ghosts. "Liars, betrayers, you will all pay for this," she shrieked, tearing at her gown as the crowd gasped. She pointed a trembling finger at her father, her voice venomous. "You thought you could bury the past, didn't you? But the dead never sleep." Chaos erupted. Women clutched their children, elders muttered prayers under their breath, and Ekene stood frozen, his face pale with shock. Adanna collapsed to the ground, weeping uncontrollably, her once pristine gown now stained with dust. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some whispered that she had been caused by a jealous rival. Others claimed that she had angered the gods by marrying a man unworthy of her. But the truth was far more sinister. Adanna's madness was no accident. It was the result of a curse placed on her bloodline generations ago. Her ancestors had betrayed a powerful deity, and now, on the day meant to be her happiest, the curse had awakened. Ekene, desperate to save his bride, sought answers from the village oracle, a blind old woman with skin like bark and eyes that seemed to see into the soul. "If you love her," the oracle rasped, her voice like wind through dry leaves, "you must venture into the forbidden forest and retrieve the tear of the earth. But beware, only a heart free of deceit can survive the journey." Determined, Ekene set out at dawn, the villagers watching in silence as he disappeared into the dense, shadowy woods. The forest was alive with danger, spirits that whispered his darkest fears, twisted trees that reached out like claws, and a river of blood that demanded a toll in secrets. Meanwhile, Adanna, now the mad bride, wandered the village barefoot, speaking in riddles that made the elders shiver. "The truth is buried under the banyan tree," she murmured to a wide-eyed child one evening. "Dig deep, and you'll find the sin." As Ekene faced his own demons in the forest, Adanna's riddles began to unravel dark secrets. Her father's betrayal of an innocent man. Her mother's forbidden love. Ekene's own hidden past. The village itself seemed to tremble under the weight of these revelations, its people divided between fear and guilt. The climax unfolds in a thunderstorm, with Ekene returning from the forest, clutching the tear of the earth, a glowing, crystalline stone that pulses with life. Adanna, standing in the rain, her gown now tattered but her eyes clear for the first time, reaches for him. "Do you love me, Ekene? Truly?" she asks, her voice trembling. "Yes," he whispers, though the tear in his hand begins to dim. The forest had revealed his lies. Ekene had not married for love but for power, for Adanna's family's influence. And now, the tear demanded his sacrifice to save her. In a heartbreaking twist, Ekene offers himself to the spirits, freeing Adanna from the curse but losing his own life. The villagers, moved by his act of redemption, come together to atone for their collective sins, planting a sacred tree where Ekene fell. Adanna, no longer the mad bride but a woman reborn, vows to honor his memory by living a life of truth and courage. Just when the villagers think the curse has been broken with Ekene's sacrifice, strange events begin to unfold. The sacred tree planted in his honor starts to wither unnaturally fast, its leaves turning black under a blood-red moon. Adanna begins to hear whispers in her dreams, voices calling her back to the forest where Ekene perished. One night, unable to resist the pull, she ventures into the forbidden woods alone. The forest seems alive, its trees leaning toward her, their branches whispering secrets. Deep within, she finds Ekene, not dead, but alive, sitting by the river of blood. His once proud face is hollow, his eyes glowing faintly as he stares at her with a sorrowful smile. "I'm trapped," he says, his voice echoing like the wind through a cave. "The spirits deceived me. My sacrifice freed you, but they claimed my soul as their prize." Adanna realizes the curse was never fully broken, it merely shifted its focus. The spirits had been angered not just by her ancestors' betrayal but by Ekene's hidden sins and the collective deceit of the entire village. To truly end the curse, a greater truth must be revealed, one that goes far beyond her and Ekene. As she pieces together the fragmented riddles of her dreams, Adanna uncovers a shocking revelation. Her family's wealth, the foundation of their status, was built on a betrayal far worse than anyone imagined. Generations ago, her ancestors had stolen sacred treasures from the deity's temple and sacrificed innocent lives to secure their power. The curse was not just hers to bear, it was the village's penance for complicity in those acts. To save Ekene and the village, Adanna must return the stolen treasures to the deity's shrine. But the shrine lies deep within the heart of the forbidden forest, guarded by ancient spirits and tests that demand ultimate courage and truth. As Adanna embarks on this perilous journey, she discovers that the final test is the most harrowing of all. She must choose between saving Ekene's soul or preserving the village's future. In the climactic ending, Adanna confronts the deity in their ethereal form, a being of light and shadow, neither forgiving nor cruel, but bound by cosmic justice. Adanna offers herself as the final sacrifice, pleading for the deity to spare both Ekene and the village. But the deity, impressed by her selflessness, gives her a choice: lose her memories of Ekene and live a peaceful life, or keep them and bear the eternal pain of knowing she could never be with him again. Adanna chooses to keep her memories. Ekene is freed, the curse lifted, and the village begins to heal. But Adanna walks away from it all, her heart heavy but her spirit unbroken. She becomes a wanderer, telling her story to others as a cautionary tale about love, sacrifice, and the consequences of hidden truths.